Hey guys, let's talk Battlefield 3 beta again. This time, look at the footage, it's Caspian Border. Oh yes, this map is what I was waiting for out of this game. It totally trumps what Metro gives us. It gives us vehicles, it gives us large open maps, it gives us the better visuals. And yes, I have to admit it gives us Battlefield. And that is what I want to touch on today. It's crazy. When I see this map, when I play this map, it makes me think, what on earth was DICE and EA thinking when they gave us Metro instead of Caspian Border? I understand that they're saying, well, Caspian Border was not complete, it's a little bit buggy still, and they didn't want to make people get put off the game by showing them a very buggy map. Problem with that statement, EA, please bear with me. It's a beta, okay? And I'm going to go more complicated than that. I know EA don't do normal betas, because a real beta is where you hand it out to a certain number of people, or you can open it, normally with games which are much bigger than a first person shooter, and it is based not on if you've pre-ordered the game. I know that it's opening up today, so I won't retract that statement fully, but I do understand that it wasn't purely a pre-order bonus. But yeah, you don't have to pre-order the game, you don't have to do anything in particular in order to get access to a beta. And at the same time, you do not expect anything from a beta. You get a basic idea from a beta, nothing else. And I understand where EA are coming from, because honestly, be honest, how many people who are watching this video are seeing the Battlefield 3 beta not as a beta but as a demo? I know a lot of people are, and I know that's what people accused me of doing, but that is totally incorrect. If you check up, I'm actually one of the few people that actually post all these bugs. I actually post videos, I try to figure out where they come from. I look for bugs. So I am not one of those people. I guarantee you that this beta has nothing. Well, it does now, because I played Caspian and it's fucking amazing. So yeah, it does now, but beforehand it was not going to put me off buying the game. I've actually already got it pre-ordered. It wasn't going to stop me doing any of that kind of stuff, because I know a beta is a beta, and let's be honest, us PC gamers should be used to this by now, but the first 2 weeks after release is still a beta. There's so many bugs on PC games in the first few weeks, so I understand that, I can see past that. But Caspian Border is beautiful. I can't put it into words enough. I can't explain. I'm not that literate, should I say? I just can't explain it. It is so gorgeous. I've never seen, not even Crisis Warhead or Crisis 2 reaches the visual fidelity of what you find in this Battlefield 3 beta. This is with like lots of options and everything scaled back, so we're not seeing the full what it can actually give us, and that's crazy. And it's nothing like Bad Company 2 when on their beta, and even on the release game today, if your system isn't on point, you're going to be getting crap FPS. No, I'm rinsing it up right now. I've got fraps on and I'm running between 30 and 60. It flips up and down, to be honest. It does drop to 30, but without fraps, it's around 60, 70, and it's smooth as silk, and it is beautiful to play on ultra slash high settings. I haven't got everything on ultra. My computer does struggle, then it goes down to about 40 FPS, and to me personally, that's not playable. Anything under 60 is a no-no. And I can do it almost on max settings on not a great computer. So that is a massive, massive improvement. And kudos EA, you have done very, very well. Obviously, the bugs are still around, but strangely enough, I didn't see anybody falling through the ground. I didn't see any dead people spawning. Yeah, so I didn't see many bugs. I saw a few bugs in the car, like if you're driving, if you're a passenger and somebody else is driving, sometimes you're going to go all crazy and start flying around the place, and it makes no sense whatsoever. But in general, it all worked very well, and I was very impressed. So, anyone who said I was hating in the last video, no, I was being constructive. Well, that's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. I also mentioned the sound quality in my previous video, and although my opinions have not changed completely, I have to admit, on this on this map, there is better ambient sound. When you near the water, you can hear the water running nice, and it sounds really good. The water doesn't react as much to touch as I would have expected, but that's passable anyway. It doesn't really make too much difference. I'm sure the settings will probably be changed a little bit because it's almost stagnant at the moment, but in general, it's all good. It's all good. The gameplay on this is very different to Metro. Metro was almost definitely Medal of Honor / Bad Company 2, except more Medal of Honor, to be honest. The movement and everything else felt a bit more Bad Company 2, but the actual guns and the firefights felt very Medal of Honor. On Caspian, it's got a feel of Bad Company 2. I won't lie, it definitely does. It's on the same engine it's going to. It still has the same feel when you're moving and you're running around. It's got that, you know, it's not a good thing, but that floaty kind of movement that you got in Bad Company 2, that is a bad thing, but I'm just trying to say what it feels like so people can understand, who haven't played the beta yet, what to expect. It is a little bit better than Bad Company 2. You get stuck on less rocks when you're climbing because you will actually vault up to the rocks if they're on quite a steep ledge, which makes it a lot easier to climb. The graphics, even though I've gone on about them already enough, on medium and low, this game is almost identical to Bad Company 2. Like I said, same engine, a lot of the same models. It was obviously going to be like that. It's basically what they promised Bad Company 2 would have been. And I'm sure the thing that everybody wants me to mention and go on and talk about are the vehicles. They feel great. They feel like Battlefield 2. The Jeeps, especially, and well, the ones that I get to use the most, because I don't sit around whoring them like all these bloody pubbies do. Bloody staying unspawned so they can jump in the jet first. What they like, eh? But no, seriously, the Jeep just feels so heavy. It feels like it's got pure weight. It's got a boost function, and when you go over a hill and you bounce, it feels great. It feels strong and solid, like a real army Jeep should do. On Bad Company 2 and a lot of other first-person shooters which allow you to drive Jeeps, they always feel quite floaty, like they are almost weightless. On this, they don't. The tanks feel pretty much the same as other Bad Company games. The way they fire, pretty much the same. It's Battlefield, and that's what I need to get through to you guys. If you really did like Battlefield 2, and even if you really like Bad Company 2, you're going to like this game. And it needs to be said, I know people will disagree, but if you like Call of Duty, there is a good chance you will like this game. And I say that really because it's got a much better infantry on infantry combat system than any Battlefield game has ever had, in my opinion. Obviously, I can't compare 1942. People say that was amazing. I only played it like 2 or 3 times. It felt great at the time, but that was like, what, 10 years ago. So yeah, I really can't honestly give my opinions on that. So, yeah. Everybody said that I was hating on Battlefield. I disagree, I was hating, but I have to be honest, I was a little bit harsh, and for that I do apologise. There was a lot fewer bugs in Caspian Border than there was in Metro. What I want to go on to next, however, is I've been doing a little bit more research on the battle recorder. I said that it was hinted that it might be possible. I actually was going off forum posts and a little bit of hearsay. I actually went to the source of the rumour, and it's nowhere near confirmed. No one said it's in the works, no one denied it or hinted that it might be there. Somebody asked on Twitter basically, will there be a battlefield recorder? And guess what they said? No comment. That's definitely not a no, and it's definitely not a yes. So I'll be disappointed if it doesn't, but please don't think going away from this video that there's going to be a battlefield recorder, because I really can't give an honest answer to the likelihood of that ever happening. The other thing I wanted to touch on was the general state of play so far. I mean, don't forget, a lot of these people have only played this map for a couple of hours. Is much higher than it was in rush mode. I'm kind of putting that down to get on this server, you needed to find a password, and you had to have quite a bit of dedication. It took me like 30 minutes to get into this game. And I'm assuming that the people that really like Battlefield are the ones doing this. So the people that already know how to play the game, they know the basics of the actual game. And it really does show. Although people are complaining a lot about the newbies and the pubbies camping in rush and not doing the objectives, just like I was, it seems that against these kind of people that I'm playing now, it's not going to work too well. And if you was to do it, you're going to get killed, which will probably mean they will all start to leave the game, and it probably won't be as big a problem as I first thought. So I have to retract that statement of saying that DICE is an enabler, and I'm really worried, because after seeing this, I'm not that worried, to be honest. I'm pretty confident that it's going to be more action based. Again, too long these commentaries, my throat goes. So the beta opens up to the public today, which is good news and bad news. Good news to all you guys that haven't got the beta yet and you can't wait to play it. Great. Bad news because I'm guessing it's going to be like every EA beta, and there's going to be like half the amount of servers that they actually need. We're going to have battle log going down every 20 minutes. We're going to have servers packed out, and you're going to have to wait bloody an hour just to play bloody Rush. And that will be depressing. So, yeah, if any of you guys that are going to be jumping onto the beta later want to add me, please do. My name is exogenesis_UK on Origin, so you'll be able to add me there, and we'll be able to get a couple of games together. I won't be playing this non-stop. I will be playing quite a bit of Rush, actually, because I need to get some videos done for the different weapons of the game. Actually, yeah, that brings up a good segment. I have heard, it's not confirmed, I have heard Battlefield 3 will take you about a year to unlock everything in the game. What? What? Seriously? Bad Company 2 was what? A month? Call of Duty, you can do it in a few days. And it's going to be a year. You don't see what I think is going to happen with that? It's going to work. It's going to make people specialise in a certain class, which is great. Don't get me wrong, that is great. But most importantly, it's going to mean we're going to see the game evolve over time. As people get new perks, as people get new weapons, the gameplay is going to evolve for the next 12 months. And that brings me on to competitive play once again. If the game is going to keep evolving, it's not going to work competitively, because people will be at different levels of progression unless they release a pro mode which will unlock certain classes and give you certain weapon loadouts. Otherwise, you're going to have to use basic classes to make it fair, and the basic classes are a bit dull and not perfect in any sense. I mean, you don't even have a proper sniper rifle, so how's that going to work for the sniper? It's not. So that's a little bit of a worry that I've got, unless they actually release, like I said, a pro mode or a way on a server to activate everything in the game or activate certain things which are allowed in the competition, and they have battle recorders. So yeah, we're asking a lot for it to go competitive. We're asking an awful lot for it to go competitive. So yeah, I'm not convinced. The Call of Duty, Call of Duty, oh my god, it got into my video yet again. Beast mode. Anyway, boom, I've lost my trail of thought. That's what happens. Yes, I was going to say, EA, I hope, are going to be pushing the competitive side on the PC, seeing as they are giving away $1.6 million to the console boys, which is cool. I mean, enough respect to them guys. They play games just like us. I don't see what all the hate is about. Sure, we get some console ports, but Battlefield 3, they got a $1.6 million tournament, $1 million tournament, and theirs is basically a PC port, and they're getting on with it. They're not complaining half as much as what we would do if it was vice versa. So respect to them guys. It's all good. Much love. But if they're going to do that for the console, if they try and do something similar for the PC, that'd be great. EA, DICE, get on it. Make some guys millionaires for shooting people in a virtual world. It's all gravy. Everybody will be happy, and your game will be played for longer. However, you know for yourselves, the reason why you're not going to do it is because it's not going to sell you more copies. It'll sell you a handful more copies for the pro players that know they've got a chance, but no. So unfortunately, yeah, it's all about supporting the community long term and then having that community ready to jump onto your next game, which, again, as competitive communities go, everybody knows what will happen. Your next game will come out, everybody will slag it off saying it's not as good as the original game, and then both games will stop getting played because the community will split in half. Counter-Strike Source did that, do you remember? Yeah, ugly stuff. They both survived eventually. Anyway, I'm going to start wrapping up this video. I'm sorry I went on a bit too long. After doing just talk just a few hours ago, I kind of ran out of things to say, as you can probably tell. But I thought it was important to give you some of this gameplay footage and just to rectify what I said originally. So I think I've done that now. Thanks a lot guys, and be sure to rate, comment and subscribe. Check out for the new videos which are going to be coming in the next couple of days. And yeah, good game guys. And don't forget, we like to talk. Let's talk games. Oh my god.